Welcome to episode 18 of Literally Speaking All Things AIS, the official podcast of Augusta Independent School District. I'm Assistant Superintendent Tim Literal, and I'm excited you're joining us for our second year of the podcast. We'll drop a new episode on the first Friday of each month. Today, we'll start with a few quick updates from around the district, and then we'll sit down with two guests, Todd Kelsch and then Naomie Krebs, before wrapping up with our In the Loop segment. We'll begin with AISD Headlines, a segment to share important district news and celebrate accomplishments. Our full faculty and staff will return this Monday, August 10th. Over the next 2 weeks, they will participate in staff meetings and professional development sessions. They will also have the time to prepare their classrooms and plan for the upcoming school year. Construction of the new multi-purpose educational gymnasium facility addition is progressing. Much of the site utility work has been completed. They have begun the foundation layout and excavations and have dug the footing trenches. The foundation walls are currently being constructed. By the end of August, the foundation walls are expected to be completed. They will backfill and insulate the interior of the foundation, and masonry work will be underway. As more equipment and construction workers begin work on the job site over the next couple of weeks, Frankfort Street will be closed to through traffic and will be open for local traffic only for those who live below the tracks. At the July Board of Education meeting, the Board of Education gave their annual evaluation of Superintendent Lisa McCain. The 7 standards by which she is evaluated include strategic leadership, instructional leadership, cultural leadership, human resources leadership, managerial leadership, collaborative leadership, and influential leadership. Superintendent McCain was rated exemplary on the performance indicators and was given an overall performance rating of exemplary. Once again this year, students will have their basic school supplies provided by the Family Resource and Youth Service Center. There will be no supply lists put out by Augusta Independent. Today, we're joined by our Family Resource and Youth Service Center and Community Education Director, Todd Kelsch. Todd, it's hard to believe that it feels like we just left in May and here we're already ready for the 26-27 school year.
Yeah, I'm here all summer, so I'm ready, man. It's like it hasn't really flown by. I've had a lot of work to do here at the school, so I'm really excited to show our families and students what we've worked so hard on this summer.
So one of the signature events for Frisk is approaching with Ready Fest, scheduled for August 20th from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Start by telling us about what resources and services will be available for students and our families.
Yeah, so Ready Fest is honestly one of my favorite events of the school year. It gives us an opportunity to bring together our families, our students, and the community and our staff together, and it really fosters that family atmosphere that we take pride in here at Augusta Independent Schools. Probably the biggest highlight for our elementary students and families is the chance to meet their teachers at Ready Fest. So our preschool through 6th grade teachers will have a table. They'll give families and students, they'll get to meet them. They'll give them some resources and some expectations for the school year for them. Also, those students and families will have a chance to meet other staff members. Like I said, that really fosters that family atmosphere that we love here at Augusta Independent. There's also going to be, obviously, every year at Ready Fest, we have a wide variety of community resources that have tables set up, anything from Meadowview Regional Medical Center and Bracken County Health Department to People's Bank. Just a lot of different community resources that want to touch base with our community members, and this is the event of the year that they get to do that. And we're excited for anyone to contact us and want to set up a vendor or community resource table. Other than that, the free back to school stuff is what our families come for. So our school supplies are free for all of our students. Those are given to the students on opening day for them. But there are also some other things that we'd like to provide: free backpacks, free lunch bags. Also, we've had a partnership this year with Amazon through one of their drivers, which is a friend of mine, Cassie Sargent. She has a senior, Ashlyn, and she was able to get a grant through Amazon where they're going to provide 60 back-to-school kits from Amazon. We're excited about that. And also, I'm also excited about providing back to school footwear for our students in elementary. Anything from size 10C to 4Y. We'll have a lot of shoes there to choose from. Hopefully, if your student would like a pair of back to school sneakers, we'll be able to hook them up. Yeah, so there's a lot that goes on at Ready Fest. And the most important thing, though, I think is, providing that family atmosphere where families feel comfortable sending their kids back to school after having them at home for over 100 days.
And one thing I think the athletic department sort of piggybacks, and Primary Plus, I believe, will be in attendance, and they'll be able to provide those free sports physicals that the students in middle school and high school particularly need for their sports teams. There will be some, I know, fun activities and refreshments provided. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so through another partnership a longtime partnership for Ready Fest, Mark Harrison of Shindig Rentals provides inflatables. And that's, something the kids look forward to come and do. And also, our good friends at Snappy Tomato Pizza in Brooksville, Kentucky, come through with the pizza for almost all of our events. They're a great partner. And shout out to them because I think I order more pizza for our school events here at Augusta than any other place in the county. So, and also drinks are going to be available for everyone. So not only will you be able to come and have your students meet their teachers, but they'll get to have a little fun and you can get your bellies full.
Due to construction on the property, the location has had to shift just a bit. Where and how will the event be set up this year?
Yeah, so the construction, obviously, that going on takes our usual festival grounds away from us, but through the generosity of the city of Augusta and Augusta Police Department, we're able to block off a section of 2nd Street just on the north side of our campus between Bracken and Frankfurt Streets. So we will have vendors and community resources on the school side of 2nd Street. The inflatables and all the activities for the students will be in what is commonly referred to as the Clooney lot on the other side of 2nd Street. We're just really excited about this because it's going to feel a bit more like a block party than a back-to-school fest. So it'll give us a little bit of a different feel, and I'm really excited for that.
So we've had you on before last year, but I thought this was a good time here at the start of the year to remind our audience and families about some of the resources that your office can provide, not just at the start of the year, but really throughout the entire school year.
Today, I'd like to highlight our partnership with Free Store Food Bank of Cincinnati. First, I'd like to highlight that because at our Ready Fest this year, we're going to be able to offer families the opportunity to get free groceries. Dairy, shelf-stable products, and produce will be here available for our families to take home. The prices of groceries keep going up, and I know that it's a burden on a lot of families throughout the country, really. But food insecurity has been identified as one of the major barriers in the state of Kentucky at communities like our own. So really excited that Free Store Food Bank was able to reach out to us, offer that to us, and I knew that we had to have that at Ready Fest. Also, the Free Store Food Bank is our partner for our food pantry. Again, there are a lot of food resources for families, but a lot of families find difficulty connecting to those resources. Let me do that. I can get you connected to food resources. Take that burden off of you just a little bit or maybe a lot. I commonly get in our food pantry frozen items and shelf-stable items. So if you ever in the need, please reach out to me. Also, our Power Pack program, students who are identified by staff members as maybe showing some food insecurity issues, and that may sound like a huge burden to some, but honestly, if we see a student that asks for seconds at lunch or asks to go get a snack midday, we sign them up for Power Packs, and they're given a Power Pack every weekend that contains a lot of good snacks and a lot of nutritional items as well. Also, one of the programs that I'd like to highlight today is our Breakfast Club mentoring program. This was an idea that came out of Chad Bryan's brain when he was guidance counselor. And at the time, we had a 7th grade class that was very diverse. Maybe not racial diversity, as some people would think diversity means, but other things, socioeconomic diversity, gender identity diversity. We wanted to show those students that this was a community they are included in. And through our mentors coming and speaking to these students once a month, that family atmosphere that I referred to earlier in the podcast, that is shown to our students who most need it. This is also a shameless plug for mentors to maybe contact me and see the benefits of being a mentor.
Next, we're joined by our kindergarten teacher, Naomie Krebs. Naomie, since this is your first time on the podcast, tell us about your educational background and educational career.
So I'm an Augusta Independent alumni. I graduated high school here in 2013 and then pursued my bachelor's degree at NKU. I graduated with my bachelor's degree from there, and then I went on to complete my master's degree at NKU as well. I started teaching in 2017. I spent 1 year at Mason County, 1 year at Newport, and then I've been here ever since. This will be my 10th year teaching.
Kindergarten is a special age, and I can imagine, can be challenging as a former middle school, high school teacher. What led you to wanting to teach that age of children?
My first teaching job was in 4th grade, and while I did enjoy it, I thought that my talents lied with working with younger kids. I worked at a daycare in college and really thrived in that environment. And I had a preschool class there, and I thought kindergarten would be the perfect balance between that. And it was. I love teaching kindergarten. I can't imagine doing anything else.
We have about 2 weeks until school begins, so not a lot of time, but what can parents do over the next couple of weeks to make their child's transition to kindergarten smoother and to help prepare them?
My biggest piece of advice would be establishing routines that'll help them prepare for the school year, going to bed a little earlier, waking up early, even turn taking. Those are big things that kids aren't always used to doing at home, but need to get into the routine. And I firmly believe that a good routine really helps kids feel safe, secure, and happy in an environment. In addition, there are also tasks that you could work on to help them prepare for the first day, even if it's just recognizing their name. If they've done that, they can write their name, counting, saying letters, recognizing print, reading stories together. Any things like that will help them prepare for kindergarten.
And do most of your students, I know a lot of them come from our preschool, and I imagine some come from maybe other daycares or early learning centers. So do most of your kids historically come from a preschool setting, or do you have kids that kindergarten is their first time in a school setting?
It's usually about 50-50. Some kids either come from a center of some kind or a preschool, and while others have spent their time at home or with in-home babysitters, or had care with their other relatives, things like that. And either direction is fine. And by the end of kindergarten, it's kind of hard to tell like which kids have had different early learning settings. But at the beginning of kindergarten, you usually can tell, because those are the kiddos that have been to preschool or daycare centers are usually the ones that know how to walk in a line, things like that, even turn taking, things like that. But there are a lot of things that you can do at home too to prepare your child for kindergarten other than just preschool and other learning centers.
What are some skills or concepts that are taught in kindergarten?
The biggest thing that we learn in kindergarten is letter sounds, letter names, and decoding for reading concepts. We also do a lot of comprehension, being able to listen to a text and answer questions about it, being able to find things in a text or notice things from pictures. And then we transition into they're able to read their own short books by the end of the year that are on a kindergarten level. And then in math, we do a lot of counting, recognizing numbers. Once they have a really good handle on that, we compose and decompose numbers. We look at shapes, our environment, patterns, things like that.
And what can parents do with their child throughout the year that will help them be successful and help ensure that they're academically on grade level by the end of their kindergarten year?
I think the most important thing is that they know that we are a learning team and that we work together to support their child. So at any time they have questions, concerns, anything, I would encourage parents to not hesitate to reach out to me so we can be on the same page. But in addition, checking the folder each night is also a great way to keep on track with their activities and what we're learning. I send a lot of things home that we're working on in the classroom so they can see what we're learning. Talking to your child is another great way to stay on track with what they're learning, asking them and not accepting the answer, "I'm not sure what we did today," or "we didn't do anything," because I hear that from my children too. And you do have to press sometimes. Like, I know you did some really great learning and work today. I would love to hear about it. Things like that. But too, again, if you ever have any questions or aren't sure why they're working on something or how it connects, I'll always ask. I'm very happy to talk about your child's education and make sure we're all on the same page and we have the same goals for the children.
Well, Naomie, thanks for joining us and giving us a little bit of information about kindergarten, and good luck this upcoming school year.
Thank you so much. I'm excited.
Before we wrap up, it's time to keep you in the loop. The next Board of Education meeting is August 13th. The annual Ready Fest event is August 20th from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock. And the first day of school for students is August 24th. Picture Day at Augusta Independent is September 2nd. That's it for today. We appreciate Todd Kelsch for joining us. New episodes drop on the first Friday of each month, so we'll be back on September 4th with episode 19. Be sure to subscribe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I'm Tim Literal, and this has been Literally Speaking All Things AIS. Until next time, stay connected, stay learning, and stay Panther proud.